Okay, hi guys. So, we're live. He's tuning. He's doing something. And yeah. Now I'm going to be sitting down in a minute.
Okay.
Hello, world. So, that is ringing. Okay, so. Yeah. Okay, 1 minute. Okay, hello everybody. Okay, so we are having a little bit of a monitor problem, so we might have to like communicate a little bit more and be like, hey. Yeah, so we are Celtic Rain. We're gonna do our beautiful.
Okay.
You have your burn stuff, like your you have your.
Jeff, do you have your burn stuff?
I have my burn
You
stuff
have your burn stuff.
here
stuff up
on this traditional.
I'm crazy.
It is a Burns night dinner-ish, somewhat, and this is really hilarious. So, what's going to happen first is it's going to be the piping in of the haggis. We do not have haggis because McNiven's, what is wrong with me, is actually out of business.
No!
I know. So, technically, we had to, so I made chicken.
Yeah.
So
Quickly parade the chicken about.
we're gonna parade the chicken that I made, and yes, that's what we're gonna do. So we can pipe in the chicken or the haggis. So I will cut the chicken and eat it.
You gotta wait till I get to the line.
Oh,
This is professional.
Okay.
Yes, it is.
now he has to cut the chicken.
Fair for your honest sonsy face. Great chieftain of a pudding race.
Chicken.
Chicken race. Chicken! I'm pulling them all yet. Take your place. Bench triper fair. Wheel of your word a grace is lings by arm. Your groaning trencher there you fill, your hardies like a distant hill. Your ping went up to mend the mill in time of need, while through your pores the dews distill like amber bead. His knife say rustic labour dicht, and cut you up when it is slicht. Trench in your gushing entrails, breath like bloody ditch. Then oh, a glorious sight. Warm, reeking rich. Then horn for horn they stretch and strive. Dale tack the hindmace on they drive, till all the wheels swell, cakes be live, are bent like drums. Then all good man mace like to ride. I think it hums. Is there that or his French ragout, or olio that would stow a sow, a fricassee would make your spew, with perfect scorner looks down with sneering scornful view on sick a dinner. Poor devil, see him or his trash, as feckless as a withered rash, his spindle flank, a good whiplash, his knee and neat. Through bloody flood or field to dash, oh, how unfit. But mark the rustic haggis fed. The trembling earth resounds his tread. Clapping his wally never bleed, he'll make it whistle, and legs and arms and heads will sneed like taps the thistle. Ye powers who make mankind your care, and dish them out their bill of fare. Old Scotland wants no skinking ware that jokes in luggies. What? If you wish a grateful prayer, gie her a haggis!
The haggis! There's going to be a lot of this going on. You
Yeah.
won't.
My microphone doesn't want to stay up. Okay.
I've had that problem.
It's a brand new stand, so
Hope it's
it's,
not a
like,
metaphor for
it's having a
anything.
moment. Okay, so we are going to do this thing. Would you like some Scotland the Brave people?
Sure.
Can you do me a favor and go in there and make sure that it actually sounds on there? Hold on.
That's a lot.
Yay!
That's a lot of
I see that
tune right
so
there.
many of you are on right now. I cannot see your names all the way over there, but we want to thank you so much for coming. I'm so excited about tonight. We have our beautiful, beautiful madam of internet, of social media that might be answering you tonight. So she is going to say hello for us, and thank you for all for coming. If she sees something and you have a question, she'll let us know what the question is so that we can at least be able to help you with that. She's on the Celtic Rain Facebook stream. She won't be able to see the other ones that are streaming other places. So if you're on the Celtic Rain Facebook stream, she'll be able to see that one.
I just want
She can't see the
to give
other.
a shout out. This was a gift from Stacy, our lovely social interactor. I don't know if you can make this out. They're magnificent technology and my semi-formal wear. But what it says, it's got a picture of a dog and a piper, brilliantly silhouetted in primary colors. And it says, I pet dogs, I play pipes, and I know things. This is what I do. So thank you. God knows how she accomplished finding a shirt like that. Didn't even know it exists. But thank you, Stacy. I love it.
It's a haggis chicken situation.
It is. It's a haggis chicken situation.
Yes. All right, let's do some lock long.
All right. Here we go.
That's better. Let's try this one more time. I can't feel it. Oh, there it is. Thank you.
Look, everyone, Haley's comment. You're welcome for that brilliant distraction. They'll never know.
By yonder money banks and by yonder money banks, the sun shines on my land, and me and my true love forever going together. Money, money banks of that home. You take the high road, and I'll take the low road. I'll be spot in the fire. And me and my true love will never
You'll take the high road, and I'll take the low road. I'll be in Scotland of fight, but me and my true love will never meet again on the bonny, bonny banks of Loch Lomond.
we need like a clapping.
Yeah, we do.
Stacey, tell the audience
Clapping.
at large to hold their thunderous applause till the end. Thank you.
Okay, but we are singing for you, beautiful people, and our beautiful Burns night. We do a little bit of Mary and the Soldier. This is going to be part of our toast to the lads. So after this, I will do the toast to the lads. But this is a song about Mary and her soldiers.
I just want to point out that I could also play more pipes, but I'm not going to because I love you people.
That's true. Well, as I said before, that is part of our toast to the laddies. Here is the toast. Everyone has a glass of something, water, and
Water.
beer,
Okay, sorry.
tequila, whatever. Anyway,
Scotch has water.
Scotch.
Made with water.
yes, Scotch. And you can get that ready as we toast the laddies. You know, there are times in our life when we think about the men in our life. When we think about how they never pick up their clothes off the floor, or even when you've moved the basket of laundry, they still put the dirty clothes on the floor instead of taking them and putting them in the actual dirty clothes. There are those moments you think about that. There are the moments you think about when you're sitting in the car and 10 minutes later they finally come out to the car and realize that they've left something and have to go back in. There's those moments. There are also those moments, though, that make them adorable. When they love us so much, even in the midst of our crazy. But then there's their crazy, right? There are those moments. I think about a time in our life, at least, where I thought, it's me and my husband, and then we had kids. And we were just talking about this the other day, that he got his head completely peed on by our child. And 40 minutes later at the Target, I'm trying to figure out what happened to my child and my husband, because I hadn't seen them, because he was trying to figure out how to deal with urine all over his head. There are those moments when they are such great fathers that we need to say thank you. So to the men in our life, we say thank you for the dirty clothes that need to be picked up. We say thank you for putting up with us. We say thank you for putting up with our children that pee on your heads. We say thank you for being great fathers, great, beautiful lovers, great husbands, and the men that we just can't live without. So, to the men in our life, we say thank you. Cheers. To the men in my life.
Cheers.
Nice clean ending there, Jack.
Thank you.
Oh.
That hurts.
Never gets old.
A fun kiss.
Slightly less fun than now.
This is part of the toasted glasses.
Oh, this one. All right. So, many years ago, a friend of ours requested the tune A Fond Kiss, which is a Burns poem set to music, as a sort of a musical toast to the lasses and response to the lads. So, we do this as a duet. We can do this one. Jesus, I'm kind of not. Is that the?
That's our dog.
Yeah, it's the extra sound
I don't think
effect
he can
for you.
hear it. I don't think you guys can hear it.
Should be clear that that was not I.
A fond kiss, and then we sever. A farewell, and then forever. Deep in heart-wrung tears, I'll pledge thee. While in sighs and groans, I'll wage thee.
Had we never loved so kindly, had we never loved so blindly, never met or never parted, we had never been broken-hearted.
I'll ne'er blame my partial fancy. Nothing could resist my Nancy, but to meet her was to love her, love her and love forever.
Fare thee well, thou fairest and fairest, fare thee well, thou best and dearest, thine ilk joy and pleasure, peace and love and joy and pleasure.
kiss and then we sever. A farewell, alas, forever. Deep in heart-wrung tears that pledge the warring sighs and groans.
I'll reach thee.
Alrighty then. Yeah, let me get myself thus equipped and stationed. Where am I to go with this?
Just gonna do the toast to the lasses.
Oh, there was a time that I've had all this memorized, but I have too many years and too many beers in my past to pull it back up. So I will be using
Yeah, that's good rhyming now, Jeff.
this contrivance. Thank you.
Yes.
I'll come up with that.
Poetry night.
Right. Yeah, it's a slam, everyone. So the toast to the lasses, as the name implies, is Rowie Burns traditional, and it is in praise of that which matters most to we lads, which is, of course, the lasses. Now, speaking of lasses, I can think of no more splendid example than our own beloved and incomparable songstress, Rebecca Lawson. She came to me about a week ago and announced that I was going to be doing the Toast to the Lasses. And of course, I promptly informed her I'd never done such a thing before in my life. And she go ahead.
Keep going.
Unhesitatingly and very optimistically stated that I would be just fine, thus demonstrating the first of many qualities so commendable in the women of this world, which is to say, enthusiastic, unswerving, and completely misplaced confidence in the capabilities of menfolk everywhere. Nonetheless, I was bound and determined to make a go of this, so I devoted long and grueling veritable seconds of research in the intervening week, and I learned a few things about the Toast to the Lassies. Now, first and foremost, sorry. Okay, hold on, we'll drink some.
Hold on a second and tell.
12 most.
So, first and foremost, I learned that one does not fill the gap with a long series of bawdy, inappropriate jokes, which was unfortunate because, believe me, if I thought I could have taken that easy way out, I would have gone for it. Alas, such was not to be. In point of fact, according to my research, the Toast of the Lassies is supposed to be nothing less than the intersection of gallantry, of farce, and memorialization of the poet laureate Robert Burns. So, pretty easy, obviously. In point of fact, if anybody doubted this was a Celtic tradition, they only have to look at this and realize that this is a conundrum as complicated as any Celtic knot work that I've ever happened across. But I said to myself, well, how can I work Robert Burns into this? And then it occurred to me that Robert Burns was famous for his way with the ladies. Quite the ladies' man. In fact, and all the anecdotal evidence indicates that this was due in no small part to his silver-tongued devilry. And then I contemplated on the tools available for wordsmithing to the modern man. Texts, instant messages, tweets, emails, etc. So when I think of the tools and methods employed by the workaday poet laureate today to woo the ladies, I'm forced to conclude that it is a miracle that we have not in recent years seen a precipitous decline in the population of humanity in this world. And that, for the fact that that atrocity has not occurred, we owe a thanks to the lasses who, despite our ineptitude, are more than willing to allow us to woo them, to charm them, to seek after them, nonetheless. Not only they do so with unswerving patience, kindness, and acceptance. Not only have they lowered the bar sufficiently to trip over, but they also do the kindness thing, in order to preserve our fragile egos, to let us believe that this had anything to do with our efforts. So, for being part of our lives, for making the world a magical place, in spite of all of our efforts to charm you. To the lasses.
Yeah.
Okay,
Here.
glasses.
All right.
I'm like trying to
I
survive.
know you're multitasking.
That's right. Happy all. You think this beer is going to drink itself?
Never.
Never. All right.
All right.
Oh, okay. So,
Let's do some more music.
all right.
What if we do a little bit of the Banks of the Bond?
Oh, I'm skipping 100 peppers.
Oh, did we?
Yeah.
I'm
Yeah.
sorry. Okay, let's
You
not
don't have
skip.
music for them.
Oh, you're right. It's just on a sheet of paper. Okay, Never
Right.
mind.
No, never mind.
Never
Okay,
mind.
hold on.
Never mind.
Quick,
Once
turn
upon a time,
Never mind.
there was
Hold on a
100
second.
papers. Now we have
One.
Jeff, who is
Second, we're going to play this 100 times. See what-
It's called tuning.
You thought we were
Every time.
Well, 100 pipers and ah, well, 100 pipers and ah, we'll hang him up, well, 100 pipers and it's for the Borra, it's for the Borra, we'll march to Carlisle, there's castles and yachts and well, 100 pipers and well, 100 pipers and we'll hang him up, well, 100 pipers and for it's soldier lads look all across with the tongues and kilts and with the bonnets and feathers and glittering gear and favorite sounded sweet and clear where they all return to they all return our hail and meant to get tight and sanded away and others when they marched away. The yes was once a red city, but surely the shore the brave lads fought for thousands, fought the English round and dancing so tight that the bricks up, dumbfounded they heard as they saw, dumbfounded they heard the blow, dumbfounded they ran a from the 100 peppers and with 100 peppers and with 100 peppers and wait up and give a blow, with 100 peppers and with 100 peppers and with 100 peppers and wait up and give a blow, with 100 peppers and
Yes, let us go.
No.
Oh, right. Oh, there goes Stoma. Going away. It's flying away. The 100 papers are flying away.
Flying away. They're flying away.
There's no breeze.
It's
There's no
been,
breeze.
well, the
Not
kilts
here.
are showing all manner of things, and don't look up, people.
Oh my god, own breeze.
They're
It's all
breezing. They're
breeze.
It's
flying
it's an aim true breeze.
Trying to look at a fan.
away.
Well, we'll have
we do
one
need a
then.
fan. Then our hair will be like pretty and like flowy.
It'd be nice to have a fan. I mean, for my plane.
country, a stranger I came. I placed my affection on a comely young dame. She being warm and tender, her waist small and slender, kind nature had formed her for my overthrow. Once upon water, where I first beheld her, she appeared like the Juno or a Grecian queen. Her eyes shone like diamonds, her hair softly twined, her cheeks were like roses, blood drops of snow. Those were cool first caused my parents, all because I was poor and of lowly degree. But I'll do my endeavor to earn my love's favor, although she is coming from a rich family. Name is the name. It's a name that won't shame me. And if I had saved money, I'd have plenty in store. Drinking and courting, like gambling and restoring, for the cause of my woman and absence from home. I owe the money that's in the West Indies, or if I had the gold from the African shore, I would send it on pearls and I'll drown there's no other love I wanna Now that I've found her, content forever, I'll put a ring on her finger and gold in her hair, and we'll live as our days with the love we bond in all sorts of splendor. I will style her my dear. When first to this country a stranger I came, I placed my affections on a comely young dame. She being warm and tender, her waist small and slender, kind nature had formed her for my overthrow. That was the Banks of the Bon. They used to do this a lot. They used to take other songs and use them. No one knows if that one came first or if Be Thou My Vision came first. I'm pretty sure this one came first, frankly, since no one actually knows who wrote this stinking thing. So, and I think we know who wrote Be Thou My Vision, don't we? Do
This
we?
is ancient
This is
Irish.
Ancient Irish. That's
Yeah, Bob Irish.
Bob
Bob
Irish.
Irish.
Yeah.
Bob, yeah.
So yeah, you noticed the tune. It was very extremely close to Within My Vision because either one was off of the other. So really interesting little thing there. Well, there is a song that is a Robert Burns song that we are going to do now. We're going to do our version of it. It's called A Man's Man for All That.
Give me one moment.
You start. Good. That's one of our newest songs. Yeah, we're playing around a little, having fun with that one.
Yes.
That's one of our newer ones.
Yes.
We're
Could you tell?
Well, there's now Samuel is going to be doing a very well-known poem called the Tam O'Shanter. This is a beautiful piece, and so it is now time
It's
for the
slightly
Tam
saucy.
O'Shanter. It's saucy.
All right. And
You get to take a break.
yes, this is going to take a
Breaks,
minute. I am going to do a thing here. I'm going to take this off and
So specific.
take center stage for this because this is
Yeah,
fun.
you should. I turned my microphone off. So you
Yep.
just-
I'll step away from it for a moment or break it.
Why don't you just.
Right. Yeah,
Oh,
okay.
I see what you're doing.
Is this good? All right. Hopefully you can hear me now. I've got a lot of words
Don't
to
back
say.
up.
Yeah, don't back up, she says. No. have to move around a lot with this one.
Look, whatever the circumstances, when you hear that, you just pay attention, Samuel. Just do what's being said.
Right.
Ask questions later.
Okay. I'm going to come over here a little bit more centered here. Is this all right?
Yeah.
Is it all right with
That's fine,
everyone?
just don't back up.
Okay.
Back
So
up, man.
Tam O'Shanter. This is a
Over this.
well, it seems rather epic, but it's not as long as an epic, but it's a pretty big one. So this is a story about a man whose name is Tam or Tom, and of the area called Shanter, which is close to Ayrshire actually. So let's just get it going here. When Chapman billies leave the street, and through the neighbours meet, as market day is wearing late and folk begin to tack the gate, while we sit boozing at the nappy and getting full and unca-happy, we think none the Langscott's miles, the mosses, waters, slaps and stiles that lay between us and our hame. Where sits our sulky sullen dame, gathering her brows like gathering storm and nursing her wrath to keep it warm. This truth fans Tam O'Shanter, as he frae air a night did canter. Old air, whom ne'er a town surpasses, for honest men and bonny lasses. Ah, Tam, hadst thou but been so wise as ta'en thine ain wife Kate's advice, she told thee weel thou was a skellum, a blethering, blustering, drunken blellum, that frae November till October, in market day there wasna sober. That took the milder with the miller, thou sat as lang as thou had siller. Every nag was ca'd a shoe on, the smith and they got roaring for on. That at the Lord's house, even on Sunday, thou drank with Captain Jean, till Monday. She prophesied that late or soon thou be found deep drowned in Doon, or catched with warlocks in the murk by Elway's old haunted kirk. Ah, gentle dames, it gars me greet to see how many counsels sweet, how many lengthened sage advices the husband where the wife despises. But to our tale. A market night, Tam had got planted uncorrect, fast by Ingle, bleezing finely, where Reeman swats that drank divinely. And at his elbow, Suitor Johnny, his ancient trusty, truthy crony, Tam loved him like a very brother. Well, I've been full for weeks together. The night drave on with sangs and clatter, and aye, the ale was growing better. The landlady and Tam grew gracious with favours secret, sweet and precious. The suitor told his queerest stories, the landlord's laugh was ready chorus. A storm without might rear and rustle, Tam didna mind the storm a whistle. Care mad to see a man so happy, even drowned himself among the nappy. As bees flew home with loads of treasure, the minutes winged their way with pleasure. Kings may be blessed, but Tam was glorious, o'er all the ills of life victorious. But pleasures are like poppies spread. He sees the flower, its bloom is shed, or like the snow falls in the river, a moment white, then melts forever. Or like the borealis race that flit ere you can point their place. Or like the rainbow's lovely foam, vanishing amid the storm. Nae man can tell her time nor tide. The hour approaches, Tam maun ride. That hour, a night's black arch, the key stain. That dreary hour he mounts his beast in. A sick night he takes the road in, as ne'er poor sinner was abroad in. The wind blew as 'twad blown its last. The rattling showers rose on the blast. The speedy gleams the darkness swallowed. Loud, deep and lang the thunder bellowed. That night a child may understand. The devil had business on his hands. Wheel mounted on his grey mare, Meg, a better never lifted leg. Tam skelped on through tub and mire, despising wind and rain and fire, was holding fast his good blue bonnet, was crooning o'er some old Scots sonnet, was glowering round with prudent cares, lest boogles catch him unawares. Kirkalloway was drawing nigh, where ghasts and howlets nightly cry. By this time he was crossed the ford, where in the snow the chapman smote, and past the birks and meikle stane, where drunken Charlie braks neck bane, and through the winds and by the cairn, where hunters found the murdered bairn, and near the thorn aboon the well, where Mungo's mither hanged herself. Before him Doon pours all his floods, the Dublin storm roars through the woods, The lightnings flash from pole to pole, near and more near the thunders roll, when, glimmering through the groaning trees, Kirk Galloway seemed in a breeze. Through ilka bore the beams were glancing, and loud resounded mirth and dancing. Inspiring bold John Barleycorn, what dangers thou canst make us scorn. With Tippany, we fear na evil. With Wuskava, we'll face the devil. The swats sae reamed in Tammy's noddle, fair play he cared no deals a boddle. But Maggie stood right sair astonished, till by the heel and hand admonished, she ventured forward on the licht, and vow Tam saw an uncouth sight, warlocks and witches in a dance. They cotillion brent new for France, but hornpipes, jigs, strathspeys and reels, put life and metal in their heels. A Winnock bunker in the east, there sat all Nick in shape of beast. A towsy tyke, black, grim and large, to gie the music was his charge. He screwed the pipes and gart them skirl, till roof and rafters all did dirl. Coffins stood round like open presses, that showed the dead in their last dresses. And by some devilish cantrip slacht, each in its cold hand held a light, by which heroic Tam was able to note upon the haly table a murderer's banes and gibbet irons, twa span lang, wee and christened bairns. A thief new cutted frae a rape, with his last gasp his gab did gape. A garter which a babe had strangled, a knife her father's throat had mangled. 5 tomahawks with blood red rusted, 5 scimitars with murder crusted, 3 lawyers' tongues turned inside out with lies seemed like a beggar's clout. 3 priests' hearts rotten black as muck would lay vile stinking in every nook, with mair horrible and awful which even to name would be unlawful. As Tammy glowered, amazed and curious, the mirth and fun grew fast and furious. The piper loud and louder blew, the dancers quick and quicker flew. They reeled, they set, they crossed, they click it, till ilka carlin swat and reek it, and coosed her duddies to the work, and link it at it in her sark. Tam, had they been queens, plump and strapping in their teens. Their sarks, instead of creasy flannin, been snow white 1700 linen. The breeks of my only pair, the rents were plush or good blue hair. I would have given them off my hurdies, for I blink at the bonny birdies. But whether bedlams old and droll, rigwoody hags want spina foe, loping and flinging on a crummock, I wonder didn't it turn my stomach. But Tam ken what was what foe brawly. There was a winsome wench and Wally that night enlisted in the corps, lang after kenned on Carrickshore, for mony a beast did eat she shot, and perished mony a bonny boat. And shook baith meikle corn and bear, and left the countryside in fear. Her cutty sark a paisley harn, that while the lassie she had worn, then longitude though sorely scanty, it was her best, and she was vanity. Little ken thy reverend granny, the sark she coughed for her wee nanny, with 2 pounds Scots, 'twas a' her riches, or e'er graced a dance o' witches. But here my muse her winged encore, sick flights are far beyond her power, to sing her nanny lap and flang, a supple jade she was and strang, and how Tam stood like in bewitched, and thought his very een enriched. Even Satan glowered and fidged full fain, and hotched and blew with might and main, till first the keeper, sinning ever Tam, tint his reason altogether, and roars out, "Weel done, cutty sark!" And in an instant all was dark. And scarcely had he Maggie rallied, when out the hellish legion sallied, as bees biz out with angry fright, when plundering herds assail their bike, as open pussy's mortal foes, when pop she starts before their nose, as eager runs the market crowd, when "Catch the thief!" resounds aloud, so Maggie runs, the witches follow, with many an ill dread screech and hollow. Tam, thou get thy fare, and in hell thou roast thee like a heron. In vain thy Kate awaits thy coming, Kate soon will be a woeful woman. Now do thy speedy utmost, Meg, and win the keystone of the brig. There at them thou thy tail may toss, for run and stream they darena cross. But ere the keystone she could make, the faint tail she had to shake. For Nanny, far before the rest, hard upon noble Maggie pressed, and flew at Tam with furious ettle. That little wist she Maggie's mettle, spring brought off her master hail, not left behind her angry tail. The Carlin clocked her by the rump, and left poor Maggie scarce a stump. Now what this tale of truth shall read, ilk man and mother's son take heed, Whene'er to drink you are inclined, or cutty sarks run in your mind, think thou may buy the choice, oh dear. Remember Tam O'Shanter's mare.
Yeah. Bravo.
Cheers.
Cheers.
No.
All right. Let's grab a walk and let's tune it in right quick.
Yes, so he's going to tune. While he tunes, we are Celtic Rain. Thank you so much for coming to our concert. We have a lot more left for you. And I thought this was really kind of funny. Before we start music, I just wanted to say something that was really hilarious. Really hilarious. Good. So I was sitting over there while he was doing Tam O'Shanter, and it's putting words up on the screen as we say them, and it was so funny to watch. You guys are probably getting a kick out of the words that are going on the screen when he was doing Tam O'Shanter, because it was in
What was going on the screen?
Scots.
Oh, is it
trying to
Gaelic?
do?
It was trying to
It was trying to do closed
Trying to do
caption.
closed caption for your Tam O'Shanter. I was laughing so hard. at
Good
some of
luck
the
with
words.
that.
I was like, that's funny.
That's like the elevator that didn't do Scots
I
accents.
was like,
11.
that's not happening.
11, you wee bastard.
11!
Freedom!
Freedom!
Okay.
Oh my god, that was so funny. So I guess
You don't
you
know-
guys are probably getting a kick out of that as well. So I thought that would be really funny to talk about. Okay, but now we're gonna do a little gravel walk for you.
That's a good one.
A lot of gravel walk for you.
Oh, I'm tired now. More beer.
More beer. That was Gravel Walk. It's a traditional piper tune that we took and just completely made our own. So there you go. A little bit of Rocky Road, baby. Not the ice cream.
That would be awesome, though, if it was.
It's the ice cream. It's not the ice
There's a question about the parlor pipes is what they're
The parlor pipes. Oh, okay. So good question. So yeah, the parlor pipes are they're in a different key than the grand pipes, the Great Highland pipes. They actually, we can tune them a little bit better, so we can use them a lot more with the instruments. They're pretty much in D, right? Yeah, and yeah, DNA. Yeah, and so a lot of but they're a lot quieter, and we have to mic them. So we are, as you can see, he has a microphone.
I'm not used to that.
He's not used to that.
I normally play the Great Highland pipe.
Normally, everybody can hear him and nothing else. So it's quite nice to have them because now we can mix really well. Yeah.
Should mention traditionally, like doing the haggis and sitting where old lang syne.
Normally, when you're doing the haggis or old lang syne, which we'll do at the very end, normally you bring out the Highland pipes.
But we're not doing that because we don't want to.
But it's really freaking little in here. So those big pipes are really freaking loud.
One day we'll do that, but I'll be forced to be in another room.
Not in this house.
Not in this house.
We've actually done it in this house a lot. It's just really sneaking loud. So we have the parlor pipes. We actually bought them. They were made here in America, weren't they?
They were imported. They're imported
sorry.
through Henderson's.
Yeah. So it's been about a year now. So we are able to implement him into more music, which makes it really nice.
You decide whether that's good or bad.
I think it's good. That's just me. So
I like it.
All right, let's do a little rock and roll.
Yeah, sometimes those words come so fast.
Yeah.
Other things come out. I think I was singing about gorgonzola at one point.
Gorgonzola, yeah. He just
Who
thinks
doesn't
of
like
very
cheese?
good cheese.
Stuff.
I like.
It's fine.
Gorgonzola.
Look, this can be a solution
Sure,
to
they
more
have
than
those
one thing.
fun
Yes.
stuff.
This could be a solution to cheese too.
Burns might have liked gorgonzola. So we do a little rivers run. We can make make our piper curry.
I'm not crying, you're crying. Shut up.
This weary earth we walk upon, she will endure when we are gone. Kingdoms come and kingdoms go, rivers run and rivers flow. No, I don't believe it's true. In this world, there's nothing new. Darling, you have just begun. Rivers flow, rivers run. And if those rivers should never run dry, so will the rain will still fall, will still fall from the sky. Unbeguiled by the fear, darker days are drawing near. Darling, you seduce the sun. Rivers flow, rivers run. And if those rivers should never run dry, so will the rain will still fall, will still fall from the sky. And here we walk upon, she will endure when we are gone. And still I pray that you may know, rivers run and rivers flow. And if those rivers should never run dry, so will the rain will still fall, will still fall from the sky. So cross my heart and hope to live just long enough that I can give it all to you, my darling one. Rivers flow and rivers run, my darling one. Rivers flow and rivers run. I'm not crying, you're
Go.
crying.
Shut up. Don't look at me.
I'm not crying, you're crying. Do a little parting glass for you.
Oh yeah, that's great.
Make the piper cry and then make him play.
I'm not. You're crying. Shut up.
He's so sweet and tender.
No, but I'm not. Take that back.
Oh, shush. You shush. Happy love. had, I spent it in good company, and all the harms that e'er I done, alas, it was none but me. And all I've done for what I will, the memory now I can recall. So fill in me the budding glass. Good night and joy be with us all. You will start the counting down, babe.
We're not doing it.
Oh,
You don't have
I'm sorry, that's my fault. I didn't look at that. You're right. There's supposed to be a poem
supposed
right
to be a
now.
poem. Instead, you're
Jack,
going
are
to
you
get what I
doing the
do.
poem? You're doing the poem.
I'm doing the poem,
Okay.
or whatever this
It's gonna be
passes
my
for.
Hi.
All right. In the right location.
Yes.
Ready?
Here.
Oh, just put your whole.
Well,
Ooh,
no,
closer. Nope.
just need to get it off.
Yeah.
It doesn't have a lot of leeway.
Okay, here we go. All right. How's this? Am I doing this properly? So, this is the Robert Burns poem. It's very, very famous. It's called A Red Rose. So, my love is like a red rose that's newly sprung in June. My love is like a melody that's sweetly played in tune. As lovely as thou art, my bonny lass, so deep in love am I. And I will love thee still, my dear, though all the seas gone dry. All the seas gone dry, my dear, and the mount rocks melt with the sun. And I will love thee still, my dear, while the sands of time shall run. And fare thee well, my only love, and fare thee well a while. For I will come again, my dear, though it be 10,000 miles.
Yay!
Yay!
Good job, Jeff.
Thank you. Didn't know I had it in me. Nor did anyone else.
Oh, I knew you had it.
Oh. Well, what? Nothing. See, everything's fine.
What did you drop? Oh,
My phone. Really fine.
Oh, it's just
it's just a phone.
Just a
It's
phone.
okay. If you hear something in the background, that's our dog, and it's okay because we're at home,
Never know.
obviously. So we're gonna play a little bit of Star of the County Down and go from there
right.
with a dog accompaniment.
One morning last July, the growing green, it must be calling, and she smiled as she passed me by. She looked so sweet from her to bare feet, with a sheen of her dark brown hair. The dancing girl, and the shape myself, and the sea I was nearly there. From past the day of the delicate, from forward to top my toe. They made it seem just a calling, and met the straight to know. I looked with a feeling well, and I said, as I ate a passerby, who's a meat with an unknown hair. He smiled at me, but the face is me, that's the gem of Ireland's fair. He should rose my car from the back to the back, to the star that came to know. From that to there, the delicate, I'm going to that I met in the county down.
Woo, woo, woo,
Woo,
yay. We're gonna get Piper back in here and do some
Oh.
Hector the Hero.
Hector the hero.
Hector.
Hector.
Hector!
Hector.
Tamer
We're
of
getting a little
horses.
Spanish here for Hector. Hector, the Scottish Spanish hero.
This was in fact a salute to Brigadier General
Brigadier General
Hector MacDonald,
MacDonald.
a famous hero.
There you go.
Let me just tune real quick, because I'm the star.
I'm not actually really quick here too.
What?
He's tuning.
Oh, okay.
Sounding actually.
that is one we've added just this past season, and it's probably one of my favorites. Understand at any time, dude, you're in your own houses, so get your significant other, your children, and dance. Use this music to allow you to come together, to be able to interact with your family and dance around the house. This is the most wonderful thing in the world, is that at least in the middle of this pandemic, we can come to you like this and we can share our music, and hopefully then you can enjoy it with your family and have a great time. We're going to do a little bit of Follow the Heron. With dog accompaniment.
That was a critic.
Back of the winter is broken, and the light lingers long by the door. The seeds of the summer have spoken in grounds that bloom on the shore. By night and day we sport and we play and delight as the dawn dances over the bay. Sleep blows the breath of morning away, and we follow the heron home. In darkness we cradle our sorrows and stoke all our fires and fears. Now these bones that lie empty and hollow are ready for gladness and cheer. By night and day we sport and we play and delight as the dawn dances over the bay. Sleep blows the breath of the morning away, and we follow the heron home. By night and day we sport and we play and delight as the dawn dances over the bay. Sleep blows the breath of the morning away, and we follow the heron home. So long may we sing of our sorrow and the snow-scented sounds of our home, while the north wind delivers its sermon of ice and salt, twine and stone. By night and day we sport and we play and delight as the dawn dances over the bay. Sleep blows the breath of the morning away as we follow the heron home. By night and day we sport and we play and delight as the dawn dances over the bay. Sleep blows the breath of the morning away, and we follow the heron love that song.
Yep.
Especially right now. Sometimes we need to think about following something home, just being able to leave our sorrows behind and just enjoy what we have around us, the people we have around us, the love that is there. Speaking of following us out, Samuel actually wrote this song. It's called Next Time the World Ends, about the pandemic, about pandemics and worlds ending, how they tend to end and then, they come back and then they end again and again and again and again. So this is Samuel's newest tune that we're going to do for you called Next Time the World Ends.
If you're wondering what the first word of this song is Gododin. It's the name of an old, pre-Scottish king, I think, somewhere between Welsh and Picts in Scotland. But it starts there, and that world ended, then another world rose up, and then that world ended, and another world rose up, and there's this one.
Better get that pronunciation right, or they'll all condemn you.
Gododin.
Because they'll all call you, I'm sure.
Would it be Gododin, right?
I'm going to say Gordon.
Okay, I'm going to tune while you guys debate this.
Maybe it's Gordon. Maybe it's Gordon.
Scottish fisherman.
Gordon.
It's just fun. I love it. And all who still stand, what Scotland knows best is empire's fall. Rebuild, That is a great song.
Oh, I like it.
That one though, it kills my arm.
It's not easy on me either, believe me.
But that is called The Next Time the World Ends. So, yay,
Yay.
Samuel, good job.
Yay, Samuel, for making a tune that's hard on two of us. You big jerk.
Hey, I have to sing.
I'm like, oh my God.
I have to sing on his weapon, Geddy Lee range.
All
Oh,
right,
well, who
so,
wrote it? Whose fault is that?
so we're going to do a little Skyboat song for you because you guys love us, and I know that there's a few of you out there that love this song. So, yay, Outlander.
Yeah.
Yay, pretty people.
Thank you.
Looking forward to the Living Kilt show.
Our dog, Falcor, wants to be in here so bad. Later, we'll have to bring him in when we're done. When we're done.
Just to be clear, you'll have a hard
Falcor.
time telling him and me apart.
That's his dog doppelganger.
That's my dog doppelganger.
Yes, his dog doppelganger. All right, let's do a little bit of Caledonia for you. And then I'm going to go ahead and take this off. We have two more songs. We're going to do Caledonia, and then we're going to do Old Lang Syne. This song, it means a lot to our family, and just telling you that we thank you that you're part of our family. We're going to be doing this every fourth Saturday of the month at 7 p.m. and however long it takes us. We're trying to plan about 2 hours. We thank you very much for being a part of our Celtic Rain family, and we love you and we miss you so much. We cannot wait until we can be in a pub singing music to you and drinking with you. Yes.
There we are.
So,
All of you.
to all of you who make it possible for us to do music so wonderfully, we love you. I don't know if you can see changes that have come over me in these last few days. I've been afraid that I might drift away. I've been telling stories, singing songs that make me think about where I come from. That's the reason why I seem so far away today. Oh, and let me tell you that I love you, and I think about you all the time. Caledonia, you're calling me, now I'm going home. If I should become a stranger, know that it would make me more than sad. Caledonia's been everything I've ever had. Now I've moved and kept on moving, choose the course that I needed choosing, lost the friends that I needed losing, found others on the way. I've kissed the lads and kept them crying, stolen dreams, yes, there's no denying. Traveled hard, sometimes margins flying, somewhere in the wind. Oh, and let me tell you that I love you, and I think about you all the time. Caledonia, you're calling me, now I'm going home. And if I should become a stranger, know that it would make me more than sad. Caledonia's been everything I've ever had. Here before the fire, an empty room, a chorus choir. The flames have cooled, not any higher. They've withered now, they're gone. And I'm a steady thing, my way is clear. I know what I will do tomorrow. When hands are shaking, the kisses flow, and I will disappear. Oh, and let me tell you that I love you, and I think about you all the time. Caledonia, you're calling me, now I'm going home. And if I should become a stranger, know that it would make me more than sad. Caledonia's been everything I've ever had. Oh, and let me tell you that I love you, and I think about you all the time. Caledonia, you're calling me, now I'm going home. And if I should become a stranger, know that it would make me more than sad. Caledonia's been everything I ever had.
My daughter isn't everything I've ever had.
Ready?
Yep.
We're gonna do a little bit of Old Lang Syne for you.
Last time we did this was New Year's Eve when we were drunk. Let's hope this goes better.
Just remember the Willy Waft. The Willy
You're
Waft.
leading this.
Oh, I'm leading this. All
He's
right.
leading
I'm
this.
gonna
Okay.
Are we singing? Are we singing on? Okay. Should old acquaintance be forgot and never brought to mind? Should old acquaintance be forgot and old lang syne? For old lang syne, my dear, for old lang syne. We'll take a cup of kindness yet for old lang syne. Now here's a hand, my trusty fair, and gives a hand of thine. We'll take a right good willy waft for old lang syne. For old lang syne, my Joe, for old lang syne. We'll take a cup of kindness yet for old lang syne. Hip hip! Huzzah!
Hooray, huzzah.
Huzzah. That could be more coordinated, but huzzah!
We are Celtic Rain. See you in the 4th Saturday of next month. Yay, yay, yay.
Yay!
Be looking for the Celtic Rain radio show. That's going to be coming out in February. Also, we cannot wait to show you our new song. Next February, what are we going to do? Well, it's going to be all about scotch and drinking. So it's going to be drinking songs next
This
month.
February, right?
This February.
This February, okay.
Yeah. So be there with something in your hand that you want to drink. It's really up to you. Anyways, okay, we love you all so very much. Let the dog in because he's just getting handled.
She is for
The dog
recommendations.
wants
What's
to
the
say
drink?
hello, so we should definitely show the beast.
We're gonna get him in the
Yeah.
car. There he is.
Here's the beast. There's the beast. He's such a beast. He's like, I miss you so much.
You know I have the same coloration.
Here's the
Alright.
dog.
Alright.
Oh, and so we thank you so very much. Samuel, if you could push the button, that would be beautiful.
Bye, everyone.
Bye, guys.
Bye.